morning, folks. November Charlie for X-Ray Lima, North Carolina for extreme lovers. I've been toying around with trying to somehow figure out a method to make it easy for our new hunters and activators that have joined Parks on the Air and looking at the different award system structure, which is fantastic. It's phenomenal, it really is. And it's in the process of being upgraded too, so always keep an eye on it. But the changes are for the better. I've got some quick shortcuts for you to think about when you're hunting so it makes a little sense. Okay, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why do I make contacts with that same party? I want to work all the parks. Well, there's 56,000 different parks that are in the system. Okay? That's across the world, literally. When you first start, you hear and or you may see on the spotting page somebody's in a park and you work them and you're saying, well, have I worked that park before? Don't worry about if you work the park, and I'll try to explain it. First thing is first. When you're registered for Parks on the Air and you make contacts, the activators are the ones that confirm your contact. If you're keeping a log at home on a software program, etc., that's strictly for you. You don't upload that anywhere. If you want to send it to QRZ, that's fine. But you will achieve levels based on the activation logs sent in by the activator at their time. Many times, if they're traveling, they're not near a source for the internet where they got stable connections and can upload all of the logs, etc. So, don't worry about work them, work them, work them. Here's something to look at. The first 10 different parks you work as a hunter, you're going to achieve a level. 10 different parks. Very simple. You could get that. Boom. That gets you a bronze. If you work 20 parks, different parks, not the same park, different parks, you're going to get a silver. And if you work 30 different parks, you're going to get a gold. And if you work 40, you're going to get a platinum. And if you work 50, you're going to get a diamond. And if you work 75, you're going to get sapphire. Those are real fast achievement notifications on the awards tab. Okay? As you're progressing along in the more parks or park entities, as it may be referred to, that you work, you're going to achieve different levels. Once you hit the 75, that's the sapphire for the hunter. The next step is 100, 200, 300, all the way up to 7,000. Okay. Now, once you get to 1,000, these are achievements, 1,000 different parks. Then it's going to go to 1,500 and 2,000 and 2,500. So there's different step levels. The more you do, and it will change going up. Again, if you were to click on the word awards and read up on the different types of awards, different levels, it'll help you in the back of your mind. This video is simply just to give you your new, what are you going to achieve, and there you go. Work any park you hear, because you may work 16 different people at that same park, and you may work those same 16 different people over a variety of different parks. It all adds up in a different level. If you work a park, pick one, so you're new. You work any park, and you've worked that park 20 times. 20 different times. Whether it's with the same operator or whether it's with 20 different operators, and they've all uploaded their logs, you have earned the repeat offender hunter. Now, let's take a step backwards for a moment. So you're an activator. If you go out and activate a park and you get 10 contacts, you're going to get a bronze. You get 20 contacts, a silver. 30 contacts, a gold. As an activator, your steps go up also. If you activate 20 parks, you're going to get different levels of achievement. So don't think that you're not getting your due as an activator. It's a little different. But if you work one park as an activator, 20 different activations at that same park, you get a repeat offender as an activator. So the activator and the hunter both can get repeat offenders for working 20 times, either at the same park or working somebody 20 times. New hunters, one of the things that you'll find is there is a variety of activators out there. Work each one. Work each one. It doesn't make a difference. If you hear them, work them. And I'm going to share why here in a moment. Many of us activators that are quite active, you'll want to work us anywhere you can hear us to achieve another achievement level called operator to operator. You have worked me 50 times, OTO, operator to operator. There is another certificate of achievement. When you work me 100 times, when you work me 150 times, when you work me 200 times, there's more levels of achievement. So there's something else to look at. Let's see if I can explain this next little short section here and go from there. Repeat offender. When you work a park 20 times, you've earned the Oasis. Okay. If you worked that park 120 times, you've earned the Oasis Tier 2. If you worked that park, same park, 260 times, you're at Tier 3. And one of the things that you look at is you keep working them. You have the Oasis, you have Fox Den, you have Bear Cave, and you have Fishing Hole, and then you have Eagles. And that's where I wanted to end this video on, is on the Eagle. An Eagle is working a park 100 times. Either as an activator, oh, yes, you can. You get hooked up with this addiction of getting out in parks, and you got some local parks, you will do that. I've got one. I've got over 180 times I've activated it. But where I'm going with this is that Eagles is 100 contacts at that park. So what happens as a hunter? We hunt all these different parks, and we all of a sudden start getting eagles at all these parks. Well, the more eagles a hunter earns, the next level we shall go. If you work 5 different parks with an eagle, that's 100 contacts in each park. That's 5 different parks with 100 contacts in each park. You will have earned a park supporters eagle. That's 5 different parks. Let's say you're becoming very addictive and to being on the radio and working all these, even if it's the same operator and they're traveling across country, work them wherever they're at, but you work this park again and you have 10 different parks of 100 contacts each. That's 10 different eagles. You'll get classified as a stalker. Now you're moving up to some big time activity as a hunter. 15 different parks with 100 contacts each is the prowler. 20 different parks that you have hunted 100 times each, the trapper. 25 different parks at 100 times each is the master sports person. And it doesn't stop there. I stopped here with that because that's where I'm at. And that's as a hunter. As an activator, when you get out and you start traveling or you start doing like I do, you run a certain amount of parks in your area because they're close or whatever, you'll earn different achievement levels again. So that gives you a pretty much basics about the awards program. Just the basics. That's all it is. You really you really need to spend a little bit more time researching, and I'm looking for something here on the computer. I'm over on the page where the spotting page is, and I clicked up at the top and it said docs, and what I'm doing is going down and doing some reading, and that's a great place for you at the house since you're sitting there at the house. Do some reading in the document file section. It will help you. It will give you some insight and things like that. From myself, I actually will, on the page where the spotting page is, I'll go down where it says at the very bottom, parksontheair.com. I'll click on it. And when the screen comes up at the very top is the word awards. I click on it. And once I click on it, then it gives me a breakdown of all the different awards that we have just talked about today, and gives you a place to go look at them and see the stair step, we'll call it, and some of the other different awards that you're working for but don't realize you're working for them. Our development team is all volunteers, folks. If you're still listening, our development team is all volunteers, and they have a big task alone in trying to keep the system up and running, along with the different levels. And I like to focus on achievement levels. But the information is there for you. Take some time and read it. Get into that doc file and do some reading a little bit. You might be surprised what you learn and what you can share if you go to a club meeting or if you're going on an outing with somebody and they have questions that you'll be able to answer them knowledgeably, proper, etc., whatever. Thank you so much for your time today. Enjoy and have fun in Parks on the Air. Remember, this is your hobby. This is your playtime to play on the radio. Enjoy it. November Charlie 4XL Lima, NC4XL, North Carolina for Extreme Lovers, 73s.